So one of the most commonly asked questions I hear is, how often should I be sending emails to my list? So in this video I'm going to share exactly what I do in my business and give you ideas about how you can come up with a schedule that works for you and your business. So let's dive in. Okay, so when you're sending emails to your subscriber list, only you can really determine what's the right cadence, what's the right frequency with which you should be sending emails. However, the overarching rule is that you need to be consistent. You need to have a consistent schedule set up, one that you can stick to and not fail on, so that you're giving your subscribers the right expectations from the outset and you're able to fulfill those expectations. How often should you be sending the emails? Well, a lot of it depends on your type of business and what type of topics, what type of content you share with your subscribers. So for example, if you were running a business that gave out, I don't know, daily tips on something or other, perhaps some sector of some market, then obviously you're going to need to commit to and provide daily updates, because that's what your subscribers are expecting. Contrast that with another business that, let's say you were giving out I don't know, advice on retirement plans. That type of content people would not expect and probably not necessarily get a lot of value from getting emails every single day about pensions or retirement funds or that type of content. That would be more likely to be perhaps a weekly update, or maybe even a monthly or a fortnightly email that's going out to your list. So that's one part of the equation when it comes to how often should you be emailing your list, is what the expectations are around your business, your content and your subscribers. And then secondly, it's about what you can commit to. What capacity do you have to deliver on what you're going to promise? So if you're going to publish a weekly newsletter or something of that ilk, make sure you can commit to creating, publishing, sending that every week before you set off, because the last thing you want to do is set your subscribers up to expect something every week, and then 10 weeks down the line you've only put out 3 or 4 editions of that. So make sure you do your homework when it comes to the content you're going to create, how long it's going to take you, and then factor that into your working week. How much time is it going to take to generate the content you're going to share with your audience? Okay, so once you've decided what it is you're going to start sharing with your subscribers, stick to it and don't miss one of the publications that you've agreed to put out to them. After that, you then need to look at opportunities that you have to leverage your time. Now, what I do in my business is I use what's known as evergreen sequences to supplement the dynamic content that I'm sent out to. So by dynamic content, what I mean is content that I'll sit down and I'll create today, and I'll schedule it to go out maybe tomorrow or the next day. So I'm actually writing content that's going to go out soon. And in that content, I might make reference to things that are going on right now. So I might make reference to, let's say, a product launch that's going on in some other business. Let's say Apple was releasing a new product, I might mention that. Let's say Kit was doing a major update, I might mention that. And that's only in dynamic content I would do that. If I'm going to make reference to things that become outdated, I wouldn't put that in an evergreen sequence. And what I use my evergreen sequences for is content that is unlikely to change anytime soon. In other words, it's going to be as relevant in a year's time as it is today. So things like in my world, in my business, things like how do you start with email marketing? How do you grow an email list? How do you set up automations and landing pages and all that stuff? That is not going to change. It's been the same for years, and it's very unlikely to change anytime soon. So I can put a lot of that content into evergreen sequences that people can consume on demand and have it drip fed to them as and when they want it. Now, when you're using evergreen content and you're sending it out to your subscribers, they probably have no idea that is evergreen content. They just think you're sending that out. And what that does is it gives you the opportunity to present to your subscribers a list of topics that they can self-select. So let's say in my world someone wants to know how to generate an income using email marketing, specifically using the commerce platform InsideKit. If someone expresses that interest to me, I can drop them automatically into a sequence that has maybe 12 emails in it that get drip fed one a week, let's say, that takes them, it holds our hand through the entire process from start to finish of how to design, build and launch a product that they can then start to sell, so that by the end of the 12-week series of emails, they know absolutely everything they need to know and they've got their products for sale. Now, all that's happening even though I'm not doing anything. It's just content that's sitting in the background in the library waiting to be requested by the subscribers. So if you can take time to build up that library of evergreen content in your business, then you can do the same. You can offer your subscribers the opportunity to consume more of your content, but at their convenience, so that they're just having it drip fed to them as and when they want it. So I know it takes a lot more work up front, but once it's done, it can be repeated hundreds, thousands of times to all your subscribers without you having to do anything extra after that. So that's the way I run my business. I've got the dynamic content and I've got the evergreen content, and it's this blend of having the two that allows you to give a schedule of content that your subscribers are individually going to be happy with. Some people love getting content and they subscribe to everything they want right away, and some subscribers join the list and all they want is a weekly newsletter, and that's absolutely fine if that's what they want. What you want to do is give your subscribers what they want, because if you do that, they're much more likely to hang around on your email list than if you bombard somebody with a lot of emails who don't necessarily want them. Okay, so let's do a recap. When you're sending emails out to your list, consistency beats sporadic volume every day. Okay, so just be consistent with whatever you can manage and stick to it. Secondly, design a schedule that you know works for both you and your subscribers. If you're not meeting their expectations, they'll probably leave, and if you're not able to deliver on what you're setting up, they're also probably likely to leave. So make sure it works for both sides and that you can keep it going over the long term. Number 3, leverage evergreen content. So decide on which topics you can create content about that's relevant to you and your business. Go and generate email sequences that people can self-select and have them drip fed to them over a period of time. And then number 4, adjust the schedule as you go. Remember, you're not painting yourself into a corner. Whatever you set up with to start with does not necessarily mean to say that's what you need to continue with forever. It's a work in progress. It's a plan that will evolve over time, and that will be driven by things that happen in your business that you might not expect. It'll be driven by feedback you get from your subscribers. It can be driven by a number of things, but just know that the sending schedule will evolve over time, so that it's always moving closer to something that is even more suitable for your subscribers than what you start with. So I hope you found that helpful. I know it's a commonly asked question that a lot of people have, but that's how I do email in my business. It's how it's worked for me for many, many years. And I know that if you employ something similar, it will work for you too. So thanks for taking the time to watch this, and I hope to see you on the next video. Cheers.